back to the Michi from the Midwest podcast. I'm your host, Michi. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. I didn't get to make a podcast last week, so we're going to drop this one today, Monday. I say I got to wait till Thursday for this next one because y'all know it's football season. Football comes back on Thursday. Chiefs and the Lions, we'll get into that in a little bit, but as of now, thank y'all for tuning in this week. Say I took a week off, man, but back to give y'all a little bit of information and opinions that I got on what's going on currently as far as sports, TV shows, movies. Y'all know like Madden 24 back around, I'm big on Madden. Wrestling, Payback. I might get into a little bit of AEW or something like that. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. As I always do, I start the podcast off with a quote of the day, and today's quote of the day is, I said, go for it. When I mean go for it, like go for it all. Everything you've been saying that you was gonna do, what you said what you made for your New Year's resolution back in December of last year or January 1st, on the first of the month of January year. Go for it. What have you accomplished this year? We are down, what is this, the 9th month? We are 9 months into 2023. What did we accomplish? I know a lot of shit I ain't accomplished. I'm gonna be real, like it's been a lot of shit I missed out on, man. Like just like with life, man, it be so much going on, like trying to live your life, trying to have that family, keeping the family intact, like the family that you do got, that you around the most or whatever. And man, like I said, life be tough at times, but I ain't trying to sound depressing shit. Like I said, we all go through it, man. But I know I missed out on a lot of shit, especially a lot of money, like financially. But I'm on a great path right now to finish this year strong. So it ain't all about how I start off; it's all about how you finish. So let's finish this year strong. I want to get straight into some boxing, man. I didn't get to talk about it over the weekend. The fight was a heavyweight battle for the, I think USYK he might have one belt. I'm not sure, he might have a WBO belt or something like that. But Tyson Fury got the other belts. Anyway, USYK fought Triple D, Daniel Dubois, and whooped his ass, but it was a controversial fight. And I didn't get to speak on that because I said I took a week off or whatever. But from first seeing it, it looked like he caught him like right in the belly, but I know like usually at the beginning of the fights, the damn referee usually say like, hey, this is low right here, like wherever they belt line at or whatever. But he got punched right on that bitch, and I don't remember the ref at the beginning saying, hey, you can't hit right there. So technically, like I said, he hit him in the stomach. He said he got hit in the nuts, man. I'm gonna post the pictures of, like, cause you know how social media posts two different pictures or whatever. And I'm gonna post both pictures, and if you look at it, if you seen the punch, like if you look at the live punch, when he hit him, it looked like it's right on that belly button. But then again, like I said, nobody, if the ref would have said that was low, that's what it was. But then again, if it was a low blow, as they say it was, why didn't they take the point? Usually in a heavyweight battle like that, they not gonna give you no fucking warning. You been here before, you fighting for titles now. Ain't none of that bullshit. You know, I gotta take a point. It's a fight like that. It's a heavyweight fight, man. They trying to build up something. They trying to get USYK to fight Tyson Fury. So if that wasn't a low blow, if he would have not got up, because like I said, he laid out for that long. He was out for like 5 minutes. He was just laying there for 5 minutes, walking around and shit. So they got like a 5-minute break. You feel me? So he had time to recover if it was a low blow. But then again, if it was in that belly button, how the picture looks to me, then that motherfucker, he was done. He lost that fight. And Daniel Dubois pretty much said, hey man, I felt like I got cheated out that fight. It wasn't a low blow. I hit him in his belly or whatever. And it is what it is, man. The wrestling call it won't. It's all about how the fight ended. USYK knocked him out in round number 9, hit him right on the side of the head. That motherfucker Du Bois went down for 10 count. But another thing, somebody mentioned this earlier, as far as with him, in the 2 fights he has lost, both times he took a knee or like he was down until the count was 10. Then he jumped back up as if like I wasn't hurt. I just gave up. I'm not fucking with you this day. And that to me, like at some point as a fighter, if fighters start saying that too much, they gonna know. All right, I can break this dude. All I do is drop his ass like 1 or 2 times, and he giving up. He don't want to get knocked the fuck out. So he keep doing that shit. They put him up against somebody like Wilder. Wilder is gonna knock the boys smooth the fuck out that ring. I can promise you that. So that was the only fight for the. That was the main event for that card. Honestly, I feel like Usyk should be fighting Fury next. Fury is currently about to fight Francis Ngannou in Egypt. I want to say it's end of this month or maybe next month, September, October time frame. That's gonna be Mike. If y'all don't know, Mike Tyson has been training Francis Ngannou. He's saying he's looked like a boxer, and he got a chance to shock the world. So I'm gonna definitely place a bet on Francis because in boxing, all you gotta do is get caught. If you get hit with one of them motherfucking boys from Francis, your ass gonna see. I think he probably honestly hit harder than Wilder. He like 50 pounds heavier than Wilder. And that motherfucker straight from Nigeria, so that's Nigerian power. I'm gonna go with Francis for the upset. Whenever this fight does happen, we'll get on that final prediction on what round as the time gets close. I have a date for y'all next time. The next thing I wanted to get into is last I had for boxing was the college football game that went down on Saturday. I made it none of this bit. What I had was Colorado, who is now being coached by the Hall of Famer legend Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, and he pulled out the upset. They were supposed to get blew out by 20 points this game, and they won by 3 points. I think the final score was 45-42. Just a shootout game. That boy, what's their name? His son, the quarterback. That boy's a fucking monster. I'm gonna leave it at that. That boy is a monster. Deion Sanders' son at quarterback is a monster. He threw for 510 yards, 4 touchdowns. He had 4 receivers with 100+ yards. I think all 3 of those records, with them having a big odds like that, with them winning the game in general, and with the quarterback playing the way he did, those are all Colorado records. On the first game of the season, going against TCU, a ranked team, I think it was ranked number 17, but they did play in the championship last year. So this what they were saying is like, Deion had no fucking chance of winning that. Like, I don't know what it is about like the commentators and all like the media, like what they got against Deion. It's like they hate this man. Like he's the greatest cornerback ever. It's no debate. Honestly, I don't think it's even close. For a man to play receiver some game, for a man to play cornerback, the man to play baseball, like come on man, this dude was a GOAT. Like Mount Rushmore cornerback, Deion has to be #1. To y'all, it might seem like it might be close with anybody else, like Reeves or whoever else, Sherman or somebody like that. Deion, fuck no. Deion Sanders right here, everybody else over there. Like, I promise you that. I've seen Deion play since a shorty, like as a kid, when I want to say like Falcons, the Cowboys, 49ers, whatever. I watched all Deion shit. That was the only time I was a Cowboys fan, was when he was on Dallas. After that, that's when I started fucking with the Titans. The Oilers/Titans. But anyway, I just want to say salute to him, man, for him to go from having Jackson State playing at an elite level last year. I think they finished 25-3 for 2 seasons or something like that. And for him to turn it around the next year and go to Colorado and pull off an upset against a team that was just in the NCAA championship. Like that's pretty incredible. It's something that you gotta love to see, man. So like I hope going forward, like I've seen this a couple of bets on there that Colorado was a big underdog team and make the playoffs. If they can keep on playing like this, like the way that they played that first game, I'm not saying you got to go for 500 every game, but if them boys can go crazy like they did, the other dude, Hunter, I think, he plays, he's probably their #1 receiver and a cornerback too, so he's playing both positions, man. Like this nigga is crazy. Like that was my first. I don't even watch college football games, until like the championship. I like that the setup they got with the playoffs now, but before that I really wasn't fucking with it. I probably watched maybe 2 or 3 like a quarter or something throughout the whole year. But with Dion as a coach now with Colorado, man, like, I'm really pulling for him. I'm hoping that they make it as far as they can and do like Vegas gonna lose a lot of money this year. That's the whole plan. Make Vegas lose a lot of money. Bet with Dion, I'll never go against my boy ever in life. So I just want to say salute to Dion and the Colorado boys out there, man. They did their thing, man. I was very impressed watching the game. We got to work on the defense, obviously, because they allowed 42 points. But the way that game was going, it was just a battle, man. Like some teams just got your number, and I said it's their first game together with all the transfer they had. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm gonna be rooting for Colorado all year. So salute to Dion and the Colorado. Hell, I don't even know what their last name is, honestly, because I said I don't watch college football like that. Next thing I wanted to get into was I just wanted to send out an RP to WWE superstar. I'll say like from this era, from what 2010, so about say 2000, I think he came in 2015 or something. He's been there almost 18 years. From 2015, something like that. Bray Wyatt is a I'll say top 10 wrestler. And just want to say rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, man. He suddenly passed, had a heart attack at the age of 36. Now, like from the reports, they were saying that he had a battle with COVID and stuff like that, and he never really just got back fully, like, back together, man. He took a long time off after he dropped the belt. He was gone for like maybe a year or so, came back and had a different kind of match with LA Knight, and after that, we haven't really seen him. It was rumored that he was supposed to be coming back soon, that he was supposed to go against Bobby Lashley, I want to say like WrestleMania or something, and they never got around to it, man. Like his health was just fucked up at the moment, so he ended up passing away, man. I think they said that him and his wife JoJo had like 4 kids together. 3 or 4 kids together, man. And like I said, it's always tough just knowing like somebody my age just passed away the same age as me. Not like we don't have the same lifestyle and stuff. I mean, obviously he's a wrestler, and I'm not in the entertainment business or whatever. But just to see somebody go that young, man, that shit always strike home, man. And it just goes back to my quote of the day, man. Go for everything you say that you're gonna go for. Stop pushing shit off. We've been pushing shit off for 9 months. Get to everything. You can still do what you said you can do back in January 1st. You can still do that same thing right now. It's all about what you put into it. So just stick to it, man, and keep grinding hard, man. But like I said, I just want to say rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, man. It's like I said, it's just tough seeing him pass away. A couple years ago, Luke Harper from the group, they had to break the Wyatt family. 2 of the people from the group passed away. Braun Strowman is currently injured, I want to say. He's still on Raw or SmackDown. I'm pretty sure on Raw. And then, what's the other one? Eric Rowan. I'm not sure what he does. Like, I'm pretty sure he's still active, but he hasn't really had any matches on AEW or WWE. But like I said, man, just sad to see him go, man. The Fiend character, the leader of the Wyatt family, multiple championships. He had tag team belts. He had, I'm not sure if he had the Intercontinental. I know he had the main title a couple times, man. And just like with the Fiend character, I really thought this dude was gonna be the next Undertaker. Like, if y'all watch, like, see the similarities with those two, the only difference was Undertaker was just coming out choking niggas out without, he wasn't cutting no promos, and then eventually he started talking, just saying rest in peace, or he'd give like a scripture and say rest in peace. It'd be like a minute promo. But Bray Wyatt, man, he was nice out there, man. As far as like promos go, like he cut some great promos, just hell against everybody, man. Orton, Undertaker, CM Punk, John Cena, like, man, like the dude mind was just crazy. I'm glad like he had those one of those people. I love that they had creative control over their character and stuff, so they can predict what they wanted to happen. Like they can play their storyline out. And he was just one of those dudes, man. If you ask me personally, I believe that he is better than his pops. But then again, it's two different times, so you really can't compare them. His pops was IRS. They used to be with Ted DiBiase all the time. Money Inc. or some shit like that. They were the tag team champs multiple times. Just some bullshit if you watch the old school wrestling. But man, like I said, man, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Prayers to his family, and hopefully this weight these wrestlers up, man. Because if you've been looking at the Beyond the Ring and all that stuff, like I was looking at, I was telling y'all that this shit, these dudes be dying so young, man, and it be all the same shit, like heart attacks, alcohol, drugs. Like even to this day, I don't know. You don't really hear too much about people doing steroids anymore. Maybe like Jinder Mahal and I think Roman, they said, popped or some shit one day a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure they said like it was something that was like a small microdose or some shit on it. But yeah, man, I really don't get it, man. It's just tough seeing somebody go at a young age like that, man. So once again, man, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Prayers to his family. Moving on with the show, I wanted to get into the Payback results. WWE Payback was over the weekend. This card was actually okay. Like it wasn't one of those cards that it's not no SummerSlam or nothing like that. But it was worth watching. Like I actually just sitting there watching it, peeping on my phone or whatever, and I pretty much seen every match. Y'all pretty much seen almost every match or whatever, and all of them turned out pretty good. So I was satisfied with this one. As far as the card goes, starting with I'm trying to think who went first. I'll just start from the bottom of this. Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio was the champ in that match, the United States champ. I want to say that they got each other move off on each other. Rey Mysterio was able to reverse it and get the 3 count, one of those type of matches. I didn't see that match in its entirety, so I can't really speak on that one. I just caught like the end, most of the end pretty much. But Mysterio won that one. Next fight they had on there was LA Knight versus The Miz. The special guest referee ended up being John Cena. He was the host for the show. He was the guest referee for this match. And I'm trying to think. This was a back and forth match, one of those back and forth matches. Everybody get each other, move off on each other. I think both actually attempted each other's move at some point, but was able to reverse it or something like that. A long going match. John Cena had a couple spots in there where he'd get into it with Miz or he'd get into it with LA Knight. They'd get to argue, whatever. But overall, solid match. LA Knight ended up pulling off the win. I'm glad they continue to push him because the crowd going crazy for this dude like he's stone cold, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you see the energy, like as soon as the music hit, the crowd going crazy. So that just tells me, as most wrestling fans know, like he gonna get some type of belt soon, and most likely it'll be the U.S. Title. I don't think it'll be the Intercontinental or the top belt, but he's gonna get that belt soon. At the end of the match, John Cena like put his hand up and said like he did a great job or whatever. So like kind of like passing the torch to him. So we'll see if Vince McMahon and Triple H run with that. Next fight was Rhea Ripley versus what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez. Ripley won that match, a back and forth match. Solid women's match, man. They both showed their power on each other, body slamming each other. As usual, Dominic Mysterio pops up in the match. I think he gets into it with Raquel Rodriguez, my bad, at some point in the match, and he fucked up the whole match, and Rhea was able to turn it around and do the rip effect or something like that. I can't even remember what the move called. I think it's called a rip effect, and get the 3 count on that. Next was, what's this dude name? Whaler, something like that. Versus no, it was Cody Rhodes. It was on the Grayson Whaler effect show. He had a little TV show or skit that he does on Raw or whatever. And his host was Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came on there. His guest was Cody Rhodes. Had a little nice conversation. Out of nowhere, Jey Uso music hit, and he announces that he won't be on SmackDown anymore. That he's gonna be on Raw. So he's finally getting that break where he's gonna be wrestling as a solo artist, and I think this is good for him to break away from Roman and his twin brother Jimmy and Solo and Sikoa. So I think this would be cool for Jay. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see if they get a title on him. Hopefully, he's an individual champion by this time next year. Like, I don't know what they got as far as what they're gonna push for him towards WrestleMania. But as of now, I look forward to Jay getting his shot to be a main event Jay. The next fight on there, they had Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. They had a cage match. This fight, what is her name? Zoe Starks. Zoe Starks is Trish Stratus' protege. She came out there and interfered or something. Long story short, Becky was able to pull off the win. At the end of the fight, Trish Stratus and Zoe got into it. Zoe did her finisher on Trish, like, dog, I'm done with you. Like, I've been trying to be there for you and shit, but you fucked me over. Y'all just been doing nutball shit, and I guess she felt like Trish, you trying to be bigger than me. Just going with their storyline pretty much. And yeah, Becky was able to pull off the win, a much needed win. And then the next fight was, the co-main event was Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus KO and Sami Zayn. Tag team match. Did Dominic come out there? I'm not sure if Dominic Mysterio came out there. Rhea Ripley ended up coming out there during this match and putting Kevin Owens through the little side thing that they got, the little protection gate. Put his ass through there. She was like, she been whooping on KO for a couple of months now. Every time she get a chance, she'll body slam out the blue or something. It's like, it's unfair because, you know, KO can't do that to her or whatever. Which, I mean, he honestly can if you want to stun her or some shit, like how Stone Cold used to be stunning Stephanie McMahon and them shit. So, yeah, man, she ended up getting involved with that match. And it was, they just was outnumbered for the most part. So, out of nowhere, a surprising turn of the night. Finn Balor and Damian Priest are the new tag team champions. I did not see that coming. I actually had KO and Sami Zayn winning this one if I would did my predictions. Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. I'm not sure the status on Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. I know they've both been battling injuries and stuff like that, so I don't know if they're going to take maybe a month or two off just to recover and get back right and give it another run, or if they're going to do individual runs or whatever like they usually do at this time of year. Maybe so. But Judgment Day, they got all the belts right now, man. Damian Priest got the Money in the Bank, followed with the tag team. Dominic Mysterio got the belt off of the North American title off of NXT. And Rhea Ripley is the women's champ. So, look, Judgment Day going crazy right now, man. They got all the belts. So, salute to them, man. Wait for them to throw something in the mix to make it just seem like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are the only tag team people right now. Main event of the night, we had Seth Rollins and Nakamura for the belt, for the Raw belt. The World Heavyweight Championship. Back and forth match. Both of them hit their finishes on each other a couple of times. What did Nakamura do wrong? Nakamura made a mistake close to the end of the match. I think they was trying to pin each other. They were both trying to pin each other, and Rollins was able to like flip him and make it go right into a curve, something to finish him off. But this was probably main event. It was the main event for a reason. It was probably the best match of the night. I enjoyed that one. I think it was dope to see Nakamura fighting for the belt and playing the heel again with the storyline they got going. It looked like the rivalry was over just like as quick as it started. But at the end of it, they showed that Nakamura attacked Seth Rollins after the match again, like pissed that he lost the match. So it looks like they're gonna build up a storyline. They might get it in maybe another time before. What's gonna be next? What is this? Whenever these top elimination chamber maybe or something like that. No, they just passed up. Survivor Series. Maybe they'll get a match in by Survivor Series or yeah, continue to build a storyline. They might throw it on Raw, no. Overall, the card was cool. I said it wasn't one of the top cards of the year, but it was a word for watching. So that's all I have for wrestling this week. Last thing I wanted to get into before I move out of sports is the let me see, my bad. The Undisputed so far in first take so far, and we'll get into that in 1 second. Right now, have to excuse me. I'm currently recording on. I'm recording on Anchor to get that audio out there, but shit, we right back to it. Yeah, the next thing I said I wanted to talk about was the Undisputed in first take so far. As you know, Skip and Shannon are no longer on Undisputed with each other. I think they were saying something about those last 6 months. They just kept getting into it, and they finally broke the deal off. And Shannon decided, hey, I want to go move somewhere else. And yeah, he ended up on first take with Stephen A. Smith. I think that's going to be the power team of the year. As far as Undisputed, Skip is close to Lil Wayne, so he went out there and got a brand new song for the intro that's actually dope. I'll admit that. It's I wouldn't say it's better than the last one. I fucked with the last one just because I like Shannon Sharp. Like I'm always rooting for Shannon Sharp or whatever. But he got a new intro. He has 3 hosts with him. He got Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman, and Keyshawn Johnson. 2 of the people that have played for the Cowboys at some point in their career. Michael Irvin played his whole career there. Keyshawn Johnson played a couple seasons there. But it's been okay so far. I will say that they're doing better because the first episode they had 4 people on there, and it was like everybody was just talking over each other, going crazy. And y'all know once Irvin get turned up, that motherfucker is going nuts. Like he sounded like Steve Harvey on some coke back in the 80s or some type of shit. Like that nigga once his nose get to flaring, he about to go off. And he gonna say all that 85 shit that you heard your grandpa saying back in the early 90s or whatever. Like he gonna say that type of shit. But anyway, so far this is like they were just talking all over each other. But as the show has went on, they'll have a couple of them on there, like 2 of them. Or then it'd be one of one person with Skip Bayless. Today's episode, if I remember correctly, Richard Sherman was on the screen, so he was doing it from home, and Irvin and Keyshawn was there with Skip. But they had the whole game there. But now they, like I said, as it goes forward, I think that they will fall in place. They'll know when to speak and whatever. But I hope it works, man. I'll never root on nobody's downfall. But as far as like Skip goes, I just feel like he uses, he used the coaching, man. Like you have to look at it. He had Stephen A. Smith. He without, like Stephen A. was saying, like without him, he wouldn't be where he was. But you also outgrew him. Like you're more popular than him. Skip just likes. I think he just likes the camera. He never played sports, so he likes that. He likes the entertainment point of life. Like he likes the attention from others or whatever. But overall, I think the show would be cool. I just think they need to fall in line with each other. I look forward to this football season. I want to see how they hype up the Cowboys. It seems like Keyshawn, like I said, he only played a couple years in Dallas. I think he's more reasonable. He's a reasonable Cowboy fan. Michael Irvin and Skip Bayless gonna push it to the limit every time. They're gonna say they went to the Super Bowl. They're gonna say that Dak won MVP. Like they're gonna say some type of weird shit that just fuck up to where as soon as they get to the playoffs, they're gonna get bounced the first round like it always goes. They got a better team this year, but we'll see how it goes. they still playing a tough division with the Eagles. Just making it to the Super Bowl, representing NFC. Overall, the show will be cool, man. I'm gonna try to not be biased, and I'm gonna try to listen to both. But as far as first take go, today was Shannon Sharp's first day. I think they said he's gonna be doing it Monday and Tuesday every week to be on the show. So then he'll be able to talk about on Monday he'll be able to talk about Sunday's game. Sunday's game, and then Tuesday they can talk about that Monday night game. But I noticed one thing on this episode today. He called Stephen A. Smith Skip like 3 or 4 times, if I counted correctly. But it was just his first day back. Y'all gotta give Uncle a break, man. He's been away from the game for like a month or two. He just been living life and shit, man. He been out that cognac, he been out that yak, like he said. He been chilling, man. So it's gonna take him a little while. I'm pretty sure probably this next episode tomorrow when they do the episode, I don't think he'll be calling him Skip or whatever. I think he was just nervous being back on TV after a while. But I'm glad to see Shannon Sharp back on TV, man. I thought when him and Skip was doing great, but once you start disrespecting the manhood, talking down on him like he ain't on the same level you or above you, then it's a fucking problem. So individually, I hope that both of these situations work out, because I just like to hear their input, and I'm always give my opinion on the same situations. If we just so happen to cover the same topic, majority of the time we will, because they talk about sports. I'm a diehard football fan, so they gonna talk about it just as much as I am. So we'll tap into that. Like I said, on Thursday we got a game coming up, and on Sundays all the rest of the games, and the Monday night game. I cannot fucking wait. We're gonna get those predictions on Thursday when I drop this next episode. Moving on, I wanted to get into a movie that I saw last week, and it was called, what is it called? Everything is Both. Yeah, Everything is Both. Now, with this movie, they had the 2 dudes off of The Chi from the earlier seasons. Barton Fitzpatrick and Jason Mitchell. If y'all remember those names, Jason Mitchell was the main character on there, and what's my boy name? Barton Fitzpatrick was pretty much like the main dude on like the street side of The Chi. That was first couple of seasons. Reggie, he played Reggie on there, and man, they were saying on the interview on Breakfast Club, and they were pretty much saying that like wasn't nobody fucking with them after they left the show, and finally they got the opportunity. They was able to make this movie. It's currently rated at 8.6 out of 10. It's on Tubi, and it's called Everything is Both. And pretty much the movie is about what it says. The summary says a girl runs for her life and depends on a mysterious stranger to escape the danger. That was pretty plain and simple. But pretty much on the movie, this what is her name on there? Daisha was what a dude is up in the streets that he was working. Her dude was working for the dude named Scar on there, and he was one of his hitters or whatever. They are making like artificial guns or something like that, where they can ship it off, where they ship the gun, get the gun shipped to them. They all broke down or whatever. They easily put together, but you can't trace them or anything like that. And apparently, like it was a hot thing to do. I think it was they had Atlanta or going to Atlanta, one of the two, and they pretty much planned on. They had the little chip thing, the SIM card with the blueprint to it, and they were saying like, we just gonna skip town and do our own thing, because then we got the whole blueprint. We can do what the fuck we want with it. And they found out Buddy had the chip, came to his crib, shot him up. So they looking for her because they're like, well shit, it ain't here no more. The chip ain't here. The lady, the old girl must have it. So she ended up taking off, trying to get away from these dudes. And finally, she jumps in this dude's car, which happens to be Cam, Jason Mitchell on there. Jumps in his car and just like, hey, I'll pay you to take me out of wherever they at. I'm pretty sure they just went to Atlanta. They go to Atlanta, and somehow they just started building this chemistry on how they gonna fuck with each. They just start fucking with each other, and pretty much become like the Bonnie and Clyde on the run, trying to get away from some shit and start a new life. And I don't want to give all the details on the movie. I just want y'all to check out the movie. I want to give exposure so y'all can check it out and let me know what y'all think. But as the movie goes on, they start running from problems. Like it pretty much looks like a setup. It's like a whole. They hit a whole 180 on this movie to where you didn't expect what would happen on there. They end up. Cam ends up setting her up somehow to where they turn her in to make it seem like she's dead. So yeah, so he's making it seem like he's giving her up with the chip or whatever. But they really got the blueprint. So they already got their company blueprint. They can actually leave and do what they want because they don't need them no more. But Cam had to show he was loyal because he was actually working with the Scar. And he had to show that he put her down or whatever. So it's like I said, it's a whole plot twist that happened on this movie. I just want y'all to give exposure and check out the movie whenever y'all get a chance. It's called Everything Is Both on Tubi. Like I said, it's rated 8.6 out of 10. If I was to rate it, I would say, I'd give it probably a 7 or 8. It was pretty good for it to be a Tubi movie. I'm going to stop saying that for it to be a Tubi movie, but Tubi got a lot of shit on there. I know they got a lot of bootlegs and stuff, but then when you watch some of these movies, these are a lot of people, actors that you haven't seen in a while. I ain't been on shit for a while. Just like these two dudes, they ain't been in nothing for like a year or so, and they pop back up on the screen, and they already talking about. I mean, the way that the movie ends, it's gonna be a part 2 most likely. So it is gonna show that next part of what happened at the end. But yeah, y'all go over to Tubi, man. Check that out. Start showing Tubi some love, and yeah, tap in with it. Everything Is Both on Tubi. Moving on, the next thing I wanted to get into was this goddamn TV show or documentary I saw called BS High. BS motherfucking High. And when I tell you this was some of the craziest shit I've seen in my life, I couldn't believe it. Like, just watching it, you just sitting there laughing the whole time. Ain't no way this shit is for real. Anyways, on this movie, this dude name is, what's his name? Roy Johnson, the scam artist. That's all you can really say. He's a fucking scammer. He decides that whatever he was trying to do in life, he wanted to be a coach or like make the family proud or whatever. He wasn't able to do that, so he decided to make a fake high school team. A fake high school team, and the way he did that was, he registered the team under a Christian, like a church, and was pretty much using their funds to pay for it, and setting it up to where they can actually create a high school. He can get these kids to come commit to him, and they can somehow, some way, get some type of exposure. I seem like I said exposure 30 times, but yeah, he's trying to get exposure for this team, and somehow he finds out how to do it. He again, this is BS High. It is on HBO Max. He gets on Twitter, sends out a whole list, like all these players that's up in high school or went to JUCO, some type of college or whatever. He's reaching out to them like, hey, y'all can play for my high school. It's gonna get y'all right to where y'all can end up being on the D1 team. And that's a dream come true for a college student, you feel me? Especially if you really want to do this thing and make it to the NFL. To get to a good team like the Alabamas, LSU, teams like that or whatever. And he found a way, like he started recruiting all these young black dudes, for the most part, all black, and got them, sent flights for them, came and got them, and made a team. Somehow was able to get the funds to use this little center to where they can practice. They end up getting ranked number 4 somehow. And end up being on ESPN, playing a game where they got exposed. They got beat 58-0 to another team, another high school team. And as the game was going on, they started realizing, like, dog, like, where y'all find these dudes? This ain't no fucking, there's got to be something wrong. These dudes cannot be this fucking bad. And that's exactly what happened. They looked fucking horrible. They didn't look like a real team. They didn't have real training. They wasn't there to get their education. They were simply there to get taken advantage of by this Roy Johnson dude. Come to find out, like I said, I'm just skipping all over the place. He ends up assaulting his woman. They start saying he's crazy or whatever. They seen that. That's when they started like, wait a minute, this dude might be off a little bit. At one point, they said that the coach was so mad they got in the car and he was flying. He seen some geese, like 6 geese crossing the street. I know it sounds petty. 6 geese crossing the street, and my man, they said he just went like 70 trying to run over the geese and ran over a couple of geese or whatever. You know that shit is illegal, but the motherfucker got away with it. This dude did no jail time. I know I'm all over the place. There's so much shit that happened. I just want y'all to go check it out. But it's definitely worth the watch. Like I said, all these kids start getting taken advantage of for the most part. He taking out PPP loans on these kids' name. The hotel that they rented out, he was taking advantage of the system by not having to pay. They gave him an option to stay there 30, 60, 90 days. He decided, I'm gonna do 90 days. He wasn't paying them. The food that he's supposed to be getting these kids, they did not have the right nutrition. So even if, like when they went out there, the kids they was just falling like flies. They was getting dropped every fucking quarter. The quarterback got laid out, receiver, the running back towards the ACL. Like I said, just a whole bunch of bullshit, man. But it seemed like this dude really believed in himself. Like I'm pretty sure they still got this school. I know they're gonna try to build it up now. That he is still running and finally got a chance like to have this on Netflix to get his story heard. Some people like crazy motherfuckers like that. He don't know shit about football. Like they said, they was using plays of Madden. Like it's so much shit that happened on here, man. But please, if y'all like documentaries on football, please go check out this one on Roy Johnson. Taking advantage of these kids, man. Like I said, he had 20-year-old kids out there playing high school football. They out there tearing their ACLs, blowing hamstrings, all type of shit. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just crazy. Like they saying like while the documentary is going on, they showing him videos of like what the kids saying about him. And he seriously is like a habitual liar. Like he's like, dog, ain't none of that shit happened, man. They fucking lying. And I came out here to take care of them and all this type of weak ass, soft ass shit. But please go check out BS Live. That is on HBO Max. It is definitely worth the watch, man. I'm telling y'all. Moving on. The next thing I wanted to get into was as y'all can see, I got my little juice here. The Stop the Bullshit segment, and I spoke on this before, that we always say that we're gonna do something and don't follow up on it. As far as like, as you get older, man, you start focusing more on your health and shit because like, dog, I'm not 21. I got foot problems. I got arthritis in my foot. I had 3 broken bones in my foot. I got staples in my foot. You won't catch me out here playing no basketball or football. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'll shoot around if I got a ball in my hand, but I'm not running no fucking 21 or 41 or full court, none of that shit. You won't catch me out there doing that. And that's because at a young age, in my 20s, I was just running, playing basketball, playing football, doing all type of shit. And I had to pay for that shit, man, because I said we was doing hikes, running weekly in the military and stuff like that, doing that for 8 years, man. And like I said, my shit fucked up. So as far as life been going, I've been trying to stay consistent with the gym. I make sure I'm going monthly, but I need to get it to where I'm going every week. And the thing I wanted to say as far as Stop the Bullshit segment was stop saying you're gonna do something and not follow through with it. My thing right now is simple. Monday through Thursday, I want to try juicing, and Monday through Thursday, I'm gonna go to the gym. So that's just juicing. I'm juicing currently. This is my first day, 6 p.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. I'm juicing 3 times a day. I got a juicer downstairs finally. Just cut the food up, throw it up in there, let the juice pour out, the pulp will come out the side. Like it's an easy ass cleanup. But the main thing it's gonna do, like I told myself at the beginning of the month, I wanna see where's all my money going to. Outside of bills, I don't got nothing on auto pay. I'm one of them type of people, I'll pay y'all. Y'all not taking shit out of my pay because it's like you got a hold on my bread. Like you can just go in there and take it whenever you want. Like on that day, fuck that. I'll pay y'all. If y'all doing the 17th, I say call me petty. If my bill's doing the 17th, y'all get paid the 17th. If I'm feeling good, the 16th on that night. But I'm not paying y'all no time early because I need to see where my money going. Because if it gets to a point where I gotta cut you off cable, internet, you're done. I'm cutting it. It's off. I'm not about to waste that bread. But anyways, like I was saying, and then on Thursday I want a podcast. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I want to be able to relax with my family, spend valuable time with my loved ones. That's what I want to do. But every week something pops up. I haven't been juicing because like one day I'm like, damn, let me hit up Chipotle or Mizu's or Cove or something like that, man. And it's like, dog, why am I going to the gym? I know I said I go to the gym just to like stay young and like just work out and get out the crib. But you still need to be going like to focus on your health. The more healthy you are, 9 times out of 10, the longer you're gonna live. And like I said, I want to be able to live to my 80s or 90s and still be in a good shape like Dick Gregory was, and all these other people that be healthy or whatever. But I think that, like I said, you have to break those grounds. Like you have to be that person in the family or in that circle to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try it. Once your people start seeing that, then they'll follow suit. But until then, don't judge nobody because at some point you was there. I would eat fast food every day if I didn't feel like cooking nothing. And now it's like, you know what, I'm gonna just juice Monday through Thursday, see how I go. And that's me avoiding fast food, avoiding coffee, all that. Just water and juice from Monday through Thursday. And like I said, this is something I'm gonna stick to. I just wanna show y'all the recipe for the first one, and I'm doing the detox. And as you can see, the detox is, this is, it's like a green drink. It cleanses the colon, improves the immune system, and it helps lose weight. I added 1 apple, some celery, 1 cucumber, a lemon, and I didn't put no ginger in there because I don't know, there's just something about ginger, like even buying it, it's like I don't really want that shit in there, but I'm gonna add that next time I go to the store. But anyway, this the juice right here, man. Like I said, it was easy to make. Probably took like 10, 15 minutes. I made 3 of these, like 3 10 ounces of this. It tastes pretty good, man. I suggest y'all try it. I'm not saying you gotta juice every single day of your life, but just try it out, see if you fuck with it, and this will save you money. And then, like I said, I know a lot of us got kids. We get them in the habit of juicing to keep their body clean from all this fast food. Like my daughter Amber, like she loves French fries. If she said McDonald's, she want fries. She don't even eat chicken nuggets. I have to eat the damn 4-piece nugget or some shit. But look, you see how fat this sound? I gotta eat her nuggets. I don't need to eat no damn nuggets. But like I said, she always be wanting fried chicken tenders, fried potato. She's not getting that. She don't juice, but then again, like when we be getting sea moss for and stuff, she'll bang that, like, 'cause she'll think it's applesauce or something. Cause we get the flavor kind. But all I just want to say, man, like we have to focus on our health. I'm living proof. Like I said, I'm 36 years old. The most I weighed was like 234. That was the heaviest I've been, obviously. And that was earlier this year. I was 234, and I started feeling my body feeling like a little bit too heavy because I know I'm working out, but then I'm eating bullshit on top of it. So I'm putting on mass, but I'm also putting on all this weight in my stomach or whatever, man. And that'd be the first place to go to. And all it took was 2 days ago, I felt that jiggle. If you've gained weight before, if you feel like you've ever been out of shape, if you walking up the stairs and you feel that extra giggle on the side, it means it's go time. This is the first time I felt that shit in my life. I said I was up to 234. I was neglecting it, and I'm telling myself, now I'm just getting bigger and shit, but then it's like, dog, I'm getting out of breath quicker. I ain't my cardio, I'm slowing down on that. Man, let's tap back in. So, like I said, I'm gonna juice this week. I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel next week, just to let y'all know like what my body been through. I'm big on migraines. I had tons of migraines. It's been like that since I was a teenager. But for this one, so far, like I said, I've been cool. I ain't been like geeked to like, damn, I need something to eat. I need to go fly and grab me some McDonald's or Wendy's. I ain't felt that. So, like I said, man, if y'all got anything that y'all been saying y'all been saying y'all gonna do, as far as like if I'm gonna go, you want to go to the gym for 3 days of the week, make that shit happen. No excuses. Make an hour out the day when you get out to work. If you gotta go straight there, or if you gotta go home and get the kids right with the family, then go. Just do it for 3 days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Figure out the schedule and make it happen. And I'm telling y'all, they're gonna feel a lot better. Like I said, it sounds crazy, but I'm on day one of really saying what I'm gonna do as far as like taking my health more serious and stuff. Like, I was borderline diabetic. I'll be tearing up some caramel macchiato weekly. I have about 3 or 4 of them throughout the week, and then on the weekend I have me some hot coffee. And I've been like that for like 4 or 5 years. That's just all that sugar, it geeks you up, but then it slow you down once it settle in, and that's what it's been doing to me. And I finally said, you know what, let me stop. I'm gonna just fall for the bait and just do what I said I was gonna do. So anybody out there having like struggles that y'all need to lock in on, man, like I said, it ain't too late, man. We got 3 months to be a different version of ourselves next year at that same time of year. Moving on, I wanted to get into a little bit of stocks right quick. And yeah, my top 5 stocks, man, I was able to, like I said, I've been doing $100 a week. I'm getting so close to where I want to be to make my first milestone. It's a while because some weeks it's like, damn, I can't lock back in on it. But yeah, as far as these stocks go, I just want to get into the top 5 stocks that I'm currently having, what they've been doing recently, and any of those out there, again, y'all, if y'all looking to get into stocks, just do the research on it. It's something simple. I just look at it as like, instead of spending money on like with coffee, if I'm buying coffee, if I'm spending $50 worth of coffee every week, or $25 a week, that's $100 a month. If I'm getting 4 or 5 coffees, that's close to $100 if I get it Monday through Friday. If I'm spending that much money, $100 on that a month on coffee, just to give me energy for an 8-hour shift, then I need to be able to cut that off, and I should be able to put $100 in my stocks and start building towards something. That financial wealth, that bread that's gonna be sitting there when you finally say, dog, this is my last day of work. I got my own shit going. I don't have to worry about clocking in for nobody. I clock in for myself. So like I said, I'm gonna just keep on telling y'all, speaking on it every year. I mean, not every year, every week, every podcast. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it, and hopefully y'all take. I do believe that we are so far behind in life as far as stocks go. We weren't taught it when we was coming up. They don't teach you stocks in school. If you think about it, just think about, this is random, I just thought about this now. If you 15, like if you in high school, what is that, 13, 14, while you in high school, I can't remember the exact age, I'm 13, 14. 13 or 14 when you're in high school, if you're a freshman, if they were to teach you stocks and like, you know what, we are going to teach y'all stocks. The money that y'all get from y'all family every week, if you get like $100 allowance or whatever, take $50 and put it in your stocks. Like as far as like Robinhood or some app like that, or whatever apps they had back then, T Ameritrade or whatever was going on. Anyways, they say put $25 in there every week. You get $100 every week, and you got that at the age of 15. You think about, you fast forward 10 years later, you got over $100,000 pretty much, because you're going to be adding on to it once you start seeing that money increase. If you're taught that then, you are in such a better financial position that if you want to go to college, instead of having to take a loan right off top, getting bad debt, you could buy, fuck that. I'm not taking this loan. I got $100,000 over here. They talking about $20,000, whatever. I'm gonna pay that off as soon as I finish school, and that's out the way. Then you're not in debt and trying to pay that shit off for 10 fucking years. Like that's just how it goes. But like I said, we wouldn't talk that. But I'm learning at the age of 36 that I'm gonna find ways. I gotta find ways, because I know, like, at working with older people, it's just like you'll see that one person, like, damn, that person like 67 years old, still in here working, doing the same job I'm doing, or something less than what I'm doing, and this is how they pay their bills. When are they gonna have that break that they can just go home and like, you know what, hey, I'm putting in my 2-week notice. I got enough money to retire. I'm just gonna sit back and chill. When are you gonna get to that point? And for the young people, and if I have any younger viewers right now, when you young, it's the perfect time to take advantage of it. That whole thing about all the peer pressure and stuff, find peer pressure. People put pressure on you to invest in yourself, invest in money, save money up. So once you get to the age of 18, you're not staying at your mama's crib. That's a tradition. Everybody stays at home till they're 18, then they get kicked out. You either go to college or you find a job. Some families like, you know what, stay here once you get financially stable, which they never do, or some do, then they move out. But we just gotta, like I said, I believe in saving money, and it's something I struggled with over the years, but I'm getting better at it. And I really feel like, I honestly feel in my soul, this is the move to make. So I'm gonna keep on promoting it. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper. I check that out every Tuesday. I listen to the audio every week, Friday or Saturday. I check it out. But that same episode, man, he teaching and saying some shit that you need to hear. Shit that's gonna put you in your head, that's gonna register you. Like, you know what? I'm wasting my time. I can have this much money. I shouldn't have to be living check to check. I shouldn't have to. Soon as I swipe my card, like, damn, how much I got left? Damn, I don't get paid for 2 weeks. I done been there. I done had days like that. I done had months. I done had years that I went check to check. But as I get older, I know like I have to break that mold and set that path that show people like this is the move right here. You don't gotta keep doing it. You ain't gotta go get you a second job. Just find you a way to invest in money or find a way to save your money. Just get committed to it, that you always got a backup plan. So even if you did want to take a break from the job, if you get to a point where the job like, damn, I'm getting the money, I love the money, but I don't like the way they treat me here. You know what? I'm gonna take a 2-week notice. I'm gonna look for a new job. And if your work ethics or your work ethics is where it's supposed to be on par, then you'll have somebody calling you and put you in a better position possibly. So like I said, I just want to get into the top 5 stocks I got right now. I know I went off a little bit off the rack, but so right now Bank of America is at $28.97. Amazon is at $137.82. The S-Gold physical gold share ETF is $18.58. Wells Fargo is $41.65. And Apple is up to $189.20. If y'all recall, last week, Apple was down like 174 at the lowest on this thing. Like that Monday, last Monday, it was like 174, 178. And it shot back up to 189. It just shows you how the stock market goes. If you invest in the right stocks, the more shares you have, every time that bread go up, that's money, your money sitting here making it for you. Yes, the market's gonna crash at some point, it's gonna go low, but then it's also gonna go high. But you have to do your research. You gotta find out, like I said, I believe you should find out 5, 10 companies. Like right now, I'm just focusing on 5. Once I get to a certain amount with them 5, then I'll work on my top 10. But as of now, I believe I'm gonna just work on 5 and just keep building up. Once I get to that certain amount, boom, I already got 5 that I'm gonna do next, already wrote down. Like I know what I'm gonna do. But as far as the man, like I said, man, we need to find a way to stack this bread up. You got a savings account. If you put $100 in there every month, that little 400 is gonna be 400 that same month. You ain't making no money off that. Put it in the stock market, or like I said, invest. Look into crypto. I'm just gonna focus on stock right now. I ain't really. Crypto has been good and bad for me, but I believe with the stocks, like with these main companies, the top companies, the money's always gonna be there. And if the richest man is investing in most of these companies, why the fuck would I be in there? Why won't you be in there? We gotta set our kids up for success, so when they growing up, they don't have to live by the same old shit. Go to college, get the loan and shit, get you some credit cards, and just live paycheck to paycheck, but still enjoy life. No, we need to get put in a position that we like, dog, at 35, like I'm 20, like if I was 25 right now, at 35, I'm not working no more. My shit already gonna be set up. I got enough bread saved up to what I can work off of and double that money and triple that money. So that's what we need to be focusing on, man. I said I'm just here to give my opinion on how life should be going, and I hope that we all start getting aboard. Because once y'all see the moves that's starting to be made, I said y'all fall in line, man. You gonna acknowledge me, for sure. Let's wrap up the show, man, because it is getting hot in the motherfucker outside, so you know it's getting hot up in here. The AC do not kick like that. Last thing I wanted to touch up on is the top 5 Madden teams to avoid playing with. I've played with 2 of these teams. I think I played with 3 of these motherfucking teams, and they are complete ass. I don't know how y'all do it, but we usually do randoms. I know most people, they just go for their main team. Like, if the Jets is the top team on there right now, everybody's gonna run to the Jets. You usually gonna play the Chiefs, the Jets, or Cowboys, somebody like that, them top teams on here. But the 5 teams I've been seeing getting destroyed on every fucking game for the most part are these 5 teams right here. The Rams. The Rams got Cooper Kupp. That's if Stafford. I think Stafford like a 78 overall on here. If you can get the ball to him. And then on defense, they got Aaron Donald. If you know from Madden, all you gotta do is double team Aaron Donald off the edge, because most people got him at the right end. Double team him, and he's out the game, and you can just stand back there and throw dots to whoever the fuck you want to in that game, man. So that was one of the worst teams I played with so far on here, but I got them in my franchise league, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them. Like I said, I think I'm gonna trade Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald just to get some draft picks out of it and try to build my team up, the young team I got. Texans, I haven't played with them, but from the looks of it, I know they got Pierce, Damian Pierce, I think. He's the running back on there. He's pretty fast. I'm not sure what receivers they got. And the quarterback, I can't think, he's a rookie. They got a rookie quarterback on here. But the defense, they got a rookie, Will Anderson Jr., I think, something like that. But this team look trash. I'm like, ain't nobody picking the Texans. Just leave it at that. Nobody's picking the Texans. The Bucks, they had a chance to be good on this game if they had a solid quarterback. They got Baker Mayfield on here. If you know how to run out of the pocket and do them little bitty corny ass throws on the sideline, then maybe you can turn this team around. Because their defense is still okay on here. They just got a lot of age on defense. But Vita Vea is up front. Delvin White, I think, is the linebacker. So they got that inside presence on there. But as far as the offense, Mayfield can't get Evans and the ball on there. Like I said, unless you know how to roll out and throw it. But I would definitely avoid that team. The Arizona Cardinals on here, they just pretty much got Kyler Murray, and if you can throw bombs to Hollywood Brown, it'll work out. But the defense ain't there. They didn't trade just about everybody. I think they just got Buda Baker left. They traded Isaiah Simmons this year. And then the last team on here is the fucking Patriots, man. Mac Jones is trash on here. So I'm a Titans fan. Tannehill is fucking trash on here. I probably just lost 4 or 5 games over these last 3 days. I probably lost 5 or 6 games over this last couple of days. They just been whooping my ass, man. I just lost by a field goal. Like, I just can't get it together on the game right now, man. But the Titans ass on me. I'll throw it at number 6. As of now, I think as the season goes on, our team gonna get better on the game and they get a higher rating because I think we're like a 74 overall or some shit. So anything under 70, it's gonna be hard to play with them on the game. But yeah, I'm still rock with my Titans, but I'm gonna take it light on them until they get a little bit better. That's all I got for this week, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast. Catch me here on Thursday as I go into the prediction for the Thursday night game, the Lions versus the defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. After that, I'll do the predictions on that whole Sunday card and that Monday night game. Also, we got UFC coming up this week with Stylebender versus Sean Strickland. We'll get into that card. I think that's UFC 293 or something like that. What else we got going on? I'll tap back in with y'all about the Shy so far. We watched the last three, episode 4 and 5, or 3 and 4, whichever way it was. And it's been decent episodes, but we'll catch up on that. And yeah, that's all I can think about as of now. I'll have more topics as the week goes on, because you know it's always some different type of news going on. I'll keep y'all updated on stocks. My next play that I'm gonna make on Friday, I'll let y'all know what I got going on. But again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Also, I'm doing the audio right now on Anchor, on Spotify. Follow the Spotify app. I'm gonna drop this episode on Spotify within this next hour or so. So all this should be posted by Tuesday. Catch y'all Thursday. I'll be going live for the next episode, episode 19, I want to say. Like I said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Meet you from the Midwest Podcast. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on the Facebook page. Meet you from the Midwest Podcast. Y'all be easy, man. Get that bread right. Get your mental right, man. Meditate. If you don't meditate, just try it. Keep praying, staying positive, and stay away from the negative bullshit. I'm holla at y'all.